So he'd been working with her, but using sort of talk therapy, usual mainstream psychotherapeutic approaches. And then on this particular day, there they were in Roger Callahan's practice, and you can imagine it's California and everything is big and open, and the sun is shining, and the grounds outside his big consulting room go down to the ocean, and they're just working away, and all of a sudden Mary said to Dr. Callahan, she said, when I get the fear, meaning the fear of water, she said, I get this pain in my stomach. And in that moment, Callahan had this sort of real aha moment, which sort of brought together things that was his knowledge that was lurking subconsciously and unconsciously, but all came together, and he just said, tap under your eye. So he knowing that under the eye, from his study of acupuncture, is the stomach meridian, and then he'd made this sort of connection between the fear and her feeling this physical pain in her stomach, and he just said, just try tapping under there. And truly something amazing happened at that moment, because Mary started running out of, the open doors, running down towards the swimming pool in the grounds outside. And Dr. Callahan thinking, what's happening, And she actually turned around and said as she was running, it's okay, I know I can't swim. Actually, being an important point, because when people do have a sudden release of a problem like this with EFT, they don't kind of lose all sense. It's a feature of it that people don't sort of leap off tall buildings when they release their high height phobia. No. So we'll come back to this. I'm interrupting my story now. But anyway, no, I know I can't swim. But she ran down to the swimming pool and was splashing water on her face. And indeed, the whole thing had gone. This whole severe water phobia had gone. And as I said to you before, this is a true story. I'm not making it. I'm only slightly embellishing it a bit. Yeah, I don't really know the layout of Dr. Callahan's house and swimming pool and so on. But it's true. And Mary was filmed 11 years after the events of this day, talking about how the water phobia had indeed, completely gone at that point, and it hadn't returned. And apparently that night there was a thunderstorm, and she was able to go down to the beach and literally kind of run around in this sort of dance of freedom and celebration. And so what that brings us to is Dr. Callahan having this kind of major breakthrough, and then he was inviting all his clients to tap under their eye, and mostly nothing much was happening at all, although there were a couple of substantial kind of changes that happened as a result. But more to the point, he realized that there must be other end points of the meridians or other possible tapping places that relate to specific problems. So that was really the beginning of thought field therapy, which to kind of put it in a nutshell to understand now kind of way is it has a different tapping sequence or algorithm, they're called sometimes, the tapping sequences, for every problem that you can identify.